So that's when the journey began with God imprisoning me. So I started reading books, started getting, it started getting interesting to me. I started reading self-help books, T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteen, and several more. I could go on forever. Business, how to work businesses, run businesses and everything. I said, I'm not going to be a hustler no more, but I know how to make money. And I'm going to make, I said, I'm not going to go sell drugs. I'm not going to get on the block, but I'm going to make money because that's just what I do. As a kid growing up, I never had the nicest things. I didn't have the nicest shoes. I didn't have nice anything, really. I was lucky to have 3 outfits in my closet. You know what I mean? And one of them, I'd make sure that I was creased up, throw extra starch on my stuff, because that stuff made me look brand new. But, I told myself I'm not going to get out, and I'm not going to let my kids go through that. But I don't want them to get the wrong idea. I don't want them to think that, hey, I don't have this, so I'm going to go sell drugs. So I make sure, hey, son, come here. Tavion, come here, son. Hey, I make sure that he knows what I do. What's Dad do all the time? What am I always doing?
You're always working and making me money.
All right. So he knows that I have to work to provide for him. So when he grows up, he knows that he has to do the same thing. So I did my thing, got through all that, man, and got down to, finally they told me, hey, you're doing good, Mr. Galindo. You're going to go to medium. You're going to get low medium by exception. I got that. Long story short, you got to work your way down. It goes maximum security, high medium, low medium, minimum work release. So when he gave me that, I'm like, wow, this is incredible. You told me before I would never see this. I didn't give up. I didn't let that guy get in my head and tell me I was going to be a mess up and that I'm never going to see minimum custody. He wanted to frustrate me. The devil wanted to frustrate me. He wanted me to go get in with all these GDs and hang with them and do my thing and bang with all these Crips and Bloods and all that. That's what he wanted me to do. The devil wanted me to stay in prison and not see minimum custody. Well, he didn't frustrate me. Because when somebody puts something in front of me and tells me no, hey man, you got me wrong, man. I'm gonna get that. So I do that. I reach for the stars, brother, and I get it. So I got that goal accomplished, and I'm checking off the list as I'm doing my sentence. Bam. I'm checking off the list. Finally, I get another review. I'm getting close. I got everything right. I told God, I said, look, man, I'm doing excellent. I'm not in trouble. I know I'm going to put in another review. I'm going to ask for work release. Man, I put in work release. I got denied. I was frustrated. I'm like, wow, I'm doing everything I need to do. They moved me for security threat group. Said I was calling shots and making sure people were handling my business. I was frustrated again. Got sent to lockdown. Did lockdown for like 6 months. Very frustrated at the time. But I kept my calm, and again, I prayed. And as I prayed, one day the officer was coming to me with some foolishness. You know why you're in here. You know why you're on lockdown. You know what you're doing. Why don't you just go ahead and tell us? I said, man, I don't have nothing to tell you. I said, I'm just doing my time, man. I want to get home to my family. That's all I want to do. He said, all right, get on out of my office. Went back to my cell. I said, hey, thank you so much. I said, my boy loved me. I went back to my cell, sat down, I prayed again. And next thing you know, they released me from security threat group. Next thing you know, I'm on my way back to Hutchinson, minimal security. And that was amazing. You know what I mean? It was just, the people that know me that were guards at the time, this guy gave me the blues. He was the guy did not like me. His name was Don Moore. But you know what? We made amends and stuff, so now, It just is what it is. So I did my time there, put in for work release again, and they granted it to me. And after that, man, I told myself, you know, because they don't tell you where you're going. If you're going to go to minimum, if you're going to go to a work release in Wichita, or if you're going to go to work release in Hutchinson. So that's when I told my brother, I said, hey, man, when I get out, I'm going to open up a Legends Barbershop, because I told you this a long time ago. And he said, amen, brother. And I said, hey, man, wherever they land me, I'm going to open a barbershop. So if I get work release in Wichita, I'm going to open up a barbershop on the north side of Wichita, because I'm going to take care of everybody on the north side. If they give me work release in Hutchinson, Kansas, I'm going to come back to Hutchinson, Kansas, and I'm going to open up a barbershop called Legends Barbershop, and I'm going to do my thing and take care of everybody. Well, got to work release. Things weren't happening like it was supposed to. God was throwing more tests at me. Got to work release. I couldn't get a job anywhere. I asked several barbers in town if I could get a job with them. I went to Trippett's. I went to Mike's. I went to Larkland. My brother down here, Larkland's Barbershop. Love the dude today. Awesome guy, man. He didn't know me though. But everybody told me no. Trippett's Barbershop said, I won't hire your kind. I said, what do you mean? I knew what he meant, but I didn't want to understand it. So I just left the barbershop, went back to the cell house, and I told I was frustrated. I went to the Edge Salon and Day Spa. They denied me. They wouldn't let me let me work for them because of the money. I couldn't make enough money for them. Couldn't produce enough money for them. So I was frustrated again. Went to several salons, went to JCPenney's. They wouldn't hire me. Nobody would hire me. It's what I love to do. They would not give it to me. So I was frustrated, and I went back to my cell house, and the guard said, man, Thomas, you got 2 weeks to find you a job, man. If you don't find you a job, you need to pack your stuff, go back behind the walls, because you're going to do the rest of your time there. At that time, I was frustrated. I started packing all my boxes. I was like, man, screw that. If I can't cut hair, I'm not going to. My dude said, hey, Chili's is hiring. Applebee's is hiring. Man, I'm not going to go work for Chili's, man. Man, I cut hair. That's all I know how to do. And if I can't do what I'm out to do, I set my goals to achieve them. And if I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do it, man. And God had my back again. You know, God knows what I wanted to do, but he set tests up. He put tests out there for me. So, you know, I went ahead and took a couple shots, you know, like, damn, this hurts, but man, here we go. I'm not going to go. So let's pack my boxes. Started packing them up. Next thing you know, guard comes up to him. I can't remember his name. Officer Miller, I think, at work release office. Anyhow, he came up. He said, hey, Mr. Galindo, you got a phone call. I'm like, phone call? Come on, man. He said, yeah, Kathy at the Edge Salon Day Spa wants to do a second interview. So I went to that interview, and I produced what I could do for him. And next thing you know, she hired me. I told her what in my little thing. I told her what I wanted to do. You know, my interview that I wanted to open up my own bar.